In this video, we're going to look at adding and subtracting polynomials. So I have three examples here. The first one will be adding, second one subtracting, and the third one subtracting. And the third one just looks a little bit different. So let's start with this first one. We have 5x squared plus 7x minus 2 plus 9x minus 7x plus 5. So I want to get in the habit of always seeing this as distributing through a positive. We could say it's a positive 1, like an understood 1 in front. So we have 5x squared plus 7x minus 2 plus 9x minus 7x squared, because a positive times a negative is still a negative. And then 1 times a positive 5 is a positive 5. Now what we need to do here is come and find our like terms. So we have 5x squared and a negative 7x squared. So 5x squared minus 7x squared is a negative 2x squared. Next one would be a positive 7x and a positive 9x, which is a positive 16x. And then the last one is a minus 2 plus 5, so a negative 2 plus 5, it comes out to be a positive 3. And then we look here and say we can't combine any of these, so we are done. On this next one, we see that we are subtracting. So what I want to do is I want to distribute this negative throughout this second set of parentheses. Again, it's like distributing a negative 1. So we have x squared minus 9 minus 3x squared, because a negative times a positive is a negative. Negative times a positive is a negative again. And then the last one, negative 1 times negative 2. Negative times negative is a positive. Now we need to come and look for like terms. This x squared here is a 1x squared. Minus 3x squared is a negative 2x squared. Then we don't have anything with this minus 5x, so we just put that back in. And then our last one is this minus 9 plus 2, so a negative 9 plus 2 is a negative 7. Again, we check and we say, are there any of these like terms? They are not, so we're done. This process of distributing this negative through is basically just taking what's called the additive inverse. So the additive inverse of 3x squared is a negative 3x squared. Additive inverse of a 5x is a negative 5x. And the additive inverse of a negative 2 is a positive 2. And the additive inverse only applies when you are subtracting. Okay? So on C, we see that we're going to have to use the additive inverse. And so in a sense, we are going to be distributing this negative to each of these terms. So really we could write it as 9x cubed plus 0x squared plus 11x minus 6. Now I'm going to change this to an addition problem because it's the additive inverse. So it's a minus 4x cubed minus 4x squared plus 2x minus 11. So now we just do what it tells us to do. So we have a negative 6 minus 11, which is a negative 17. 11x plus 2x is 13x. 0x squared minus 4x squared. The 0x is pretty much just a placeholder to kind of keep our terms organized. So 0x squared minus 4x squared is a negative 4x squared. That's positive. And then 9x cubed minus 4x cubed is a 5x cubed. Again, we check to see if we have any like terms here, and we don't, so we are done. I hope this helped. If it did at all, please like my video.